Hi, I'm going to walk you through some information on Fit and Fashionable, the practice set that you should have purchased from the bookstore, or you could get it anywhere else. There's going to be a CD in your book and a brown manila folder. You will not be using that, so you can just throw those in the trash. Today I'm just going to walk you through some tips, some things that I've done. I'm going to show you a few of the journal entries, and you guys have all these same files under course resources on Blackboard. So the first thing you're seeing up here is the narratives of transactions. This is in the very back of book 3. This is the only thing that you'll use out of book 3. So if you want to rip those out, rip these pages out, that would be fine. I have gone through the entire section of narratives and recorded whether it should go in a purchases journal with a P, a revenue journal with an R, CP will go in a cash payments journal, CR will go in cash receipts, and G will go in general. I will walk you through how I would complete this. The first thing I am going to do, though, is I'm going to walk you through all of the journals. Okay, so I'm going to click over to my journal page. This is a revenue journal. You will use this for selling anything on account. You will be putting in the company names, invoice date, invoice company names, and you will be putting in here how much the invoice was for. The narratives seem to use the word net amount, so I wrote that up there, and then how much those merchandise items cost you. I also made a note here that for posting, you will post to these company names every single time you write them. They are going to be debits. It says that right up here. And then at the end of this thing, when you get completely done, then you will post the totals at the very end. So the totals of these two columns here will go to what they say. Accounts receivable is a debit, sales is a credit, cost of merchandise sold is a debit, and merchandise inventory is a credit. For some reason, DR stands for a debit. I don't know where they got that at, but anyway. I'm going to scroll down and show you the next journal. This one's split into 2 pages. This is the left half of a purchases journal. You're going to use this every time you purchase something on account. You will be writing the company names in there every single time because it is on account. Basically, you'll be telling me that you bought something on account. You'll use accounts payable every single time, and then you tell me what you bought. Did you buy inventory? On the other side, did you buy store supplies, or did you buy something other? If it wasn't merchandise and it wasn't store supplies, it will have to go in the other amount column over here. So you'll write whatever you bought on the account line and then the amount. As far as posting goes, I did write up here, you're going to post to the companies every time, and you're going to post the totals at the end. One thing I did forget to write is anytime you put something in the other, you will go ahead and post it to that amount as well. The next journal that you have is a cash receipts journal. You're going to use this anytime you receive cash for any reason. This journal will have company names here, possibly if it's on account, or it could have something other. That's why we have this other account here. That will be used for any type of general ledger account. On the other half of the page, you have cash as a debit. You're going to use that every time because you're receiving cash. And if it's on account, you'll use accounts receivable. If it's not, then you'll have to either use sales, merchandise inventory, cost merchandise sold, or what we had on the other side. If you do write the company name in there or anything in the other box, you will need to post that every time, and then at the end you will post your totals to those other columns. The last one is your cash payments journal. You will use this to pay cash for any reason, so your cash credit column will be used every time because you're paying cash. Sometimes you will have a company name, as you can see. Sometimes you'll have like prepaid insurance, advertising expense, utilities expense. This journal is pretty busy because we pay cash for lots of things. If it's on account, if you're going to write a company name, you'll have to use accounts payable. And if you do prepaid insurance, you'll have to use the other account column. I did write up here that you're going to post to companies every time. you're going to post anytime you put something in the other accounts column, and then at the end you will post your totals to accounts payable and to cash. Okay, so let's go ahead and walk you through how to do these. The first transaction on April 1 says purchase merchandise on account from Alexis Fitness Center, $13,865. The terms are net 30. I did write on here that it goes in the purchases journal, so let's go over and find the purchases journal. Okay, so it was on April 1st. It was to Alexis Fitness Company, and we bought merchandise on account. So this is the on account column, and this is the merchandise. It'll take you a little while to get used to using those boxes, but you do need to be careful with those and make sure you get your numbers in there correctly. The little hyphen that you see, I just put those in the place of 00 for no change, just because I think that the less numbers I have to write, the better. And so that's what that's used for. Okay, after you get that written down, then you have to post to Alexis Fitness Company, because you're going to have to post to these companies every time. So I'm going to go into my accounts payable ledger, and I'm going to find Alexis Fitness Company, which is our connection, I guess, and I'm right here. So I wrote a number 1 here because of the date. The P2 comes from the purchases journal. If I go to the next page, purchases journal, page 2 over here. So it's P2. And I have a credit for $13,865. These all have credit balances, and I've written that on there. So you take a credit balance and a credit entry, and now you have a new credit balance. And so you have to balance that account. Alexis Fitness does not have an account number. So back on the journal, get back up there. I just put a check mark that I had posted that.